will start. So I think somebody wanted to ask a question. Shall we start with that? Oh, have we lost her? Okay, no. Okay. So let's start then. So I will introduce myself. I am Mona Pal-Singh. I have been doing a lot of Dr. Joe's meditations for a number of years. That's probably where most of you know me from. And I've recently come across Vedic meditation, and it's been quite a journey, possibly 2 to 3 years of me going to Vedic meditation and understanding Bij mantras, um, and then coming back and then going back and coming back. But basically, what I found is with the Bij mantras, my level of calmness, my level of coolness, my levels of anxiety go right down from a simple repetition of a Bij mantra. So, does anybody know what a Bij mantra is?
I don't.
No.
I don't.
Okay. So you would have heard of Om. Om is a Bij mantra. It's a primordial sound of the universe. So Bij mantras within this Vedic meditation lineage um, enable us to connect to consciousness much quicker than we would do with other types of meditation. So how many of you meditate currently, and what meditations do you do?
I do it, honey. That's Telba for 1 hour every day. I start with half an hour affirmation. Uh, they have beautiful things. John Randolph Price, and then there is one I am the light, I am the peace, I am the love, which is wonderful. And then
Hmm.
I go the half an hour the breathing, 3 steps of breathing. This is
Breathing.
what,
Wonderful.
yeah.
Wonderful. Okay. Dr. Joe meditations 2 to 3 times a week. Lovely. Yes, Joe. Yeah, Dr. Joe mostly. Yeah, I think that's where I know most people from. So I'm just going to share a little bit of a presentation that I've created. Hmm, sure I'm on the right page. Okay, can you see this screen? Yeah. So these are the typical types of meditations that we have. Mindfulness, so full attention to the present moment. You're observing your thoughts, maybe your feelings, maybe, sorry, sensations and feelings, and you're just watching them and let them go. Metta, which is a loving sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. And then focused attention. Sorry, just 1 second. Sorry about that. Focused attention. So when we're thinking about our breath going in through the nose, coming out, when we're looking at a candle or a spot on the wall, that's a different type of focus meditation. Movement meditations, like the walking ones that we do with Dr. Joe, Tai Chi, Qigong, visualization with music. Maybe you visualize yourself being on a fluffy white cat cloud or at the beach by the sea, those types of meditations. And then the body scanning meditations, typically yoga nidra. where you're focusing on each part of your body, relaxing, 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 and then coming back. And then Vipassana, which is tends to be like a 10-day retreat where you don't speak to anybody, you don't even look at each other in the eye, so it can be quite a hard meditation to do because you've got 10 days not speaking to anyone, not looking at anyone, and you're having to deal with your traumas and whatever emotions are coming up. So mantra meditation is slightly different. And if anyone wants to ask a question, please do feel free to. Some people can't sign in. Oh, okay. Um, it's working, so okay. So Vedic meditation, you are given a bij mantra, so a sound that it's not a word that you understand or that you know or you could look up and know what it means. And you're asked to repeat it for 20 minutes twice a day. And in that process, you find that you're not contemplating, you're not thinking of anything, you're not focusing on emotions, you're just repeating this sound. And as you repeat the sound, your mind calms down to the point that sometimes the repetition of the mantra is lost. It drifts away and you're very peaceful and very relaxed. Literally, in the first session, you will feel a difference. Um, and then when that drifting away occurs, you might think, oh, I've lost the mantra. You've brought yourself back into your body. You've brought yourself back. So you return to the mantra, repeat it for 20 minutes twice a day, as I've said. And it is personalized to you. So I would come on to a Zoom with you, or if we do it one by one, you'll be given a mantra that only you know. You don't share it with anyone. It's your personal mantra. You can do it for children as well. Now, does that sound like something anyone has done before or tried before or experienced before?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Yes, it is related to transcendental meditation. Does that help? So transcendental meditation was brought to the West in the 50s by Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, who trained with Sri Brahmananda Saraswati. Brahmananda Saraswati was in literally like this picture here in the 1800s in the Himalayas for 40 years. When he came down and had some students, his own students, Maharishi was the one who could speak English. So he said to him, you can speak English. So he took this, brought this to the West. Um, and then Maharishi had a student called Tom Knowles, who studied and worked with Maharishi for a very long time. But at some point, they went their separate ways, and Tom came with called it Vedic meditation. It's the only difference. Sorry, I'm just looking. Deepak Chopra is doing this. I think Deepak Chopra was very closely linked to Maharishi, from what I understand. And a lot of his work is based on some of this work as well. I haven't followed Deepak for a while now. I don't know what he's doing now, but I know a lot of famous people that we know. Oprah, for example, Wolverine, forgotten his actual name, David Lynch, Seinfeld. Many people are doing transcendental meditation because the impact is fairly strong. So this morning I was I had 3 journeys to take my kids to school and back, and I don't listen to the news much. I was listening this morning, and one of the headlines was the UK's highest in 15 years number of people off due to stress and illness. So it's the highest recorded in 15 years. Some of the numbers coming out today. So we all know what kind of levels of stress and anxiety we have in the world. Our children have more so with social media, with all the pulls and strains and stresses that the world's throwing at us. Just like I said, I haven't listened to the news for a while. I was quite shocked to hear what's going on in Israel still, and in UK particularly, with all the politics that goes on. I'm kind of glad I don't listen to the news, but I can see it can be quite stressful and quite discombobulating, because you kind of just want to get on with life and enjoy and have nice relationships and do well at work, and if you're a student in school. So stress affects 80% of adults. Can you guys relate to this? Is meditation something you do for stress, or are there other reasons that you meditate?
Can we speak?
Yes, of course, of course.
Oh, wonderful. Well, you know what? The whole thing, I started from 2020. It's interesting. Religiously, every day, even if I'm in bed now with COVID, I'm listening to you, but still I do this half an hour affirmation and stuff, and then I listen to Dr. Joe's meditation. So this is something started on 2022. Before it was some days, sometimes, but 2020 was a fixed time for me to start it. And I was always interested on transcendental meditation. And look at what the universe brought me, Mona. I'm so eager to learn from you. I swear to
Oh,
God.
thank
And have
you.
the
That's lovely to
and
hear.
have, yes, my dear, and have the mantra for myself, because I wasn't in United States at that time, and I was very young. We got here, and I didn't have time for stuff to raise the children and family. Anyhow, now I'm truly ready and looking forward. Thank you.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So I'm just going to do a few sciencey things, and then I'll tell you about the mantras. If you've done Dr. Joe stuff, I'm preaching to the converted, because he's extremely good on his science and his research that he does. But transcendental people have done a lot of research as well, and so we know already that a stressed body, our sort of love hormones, our happiness hormones, our sleep hormones, all are reduced. And when we do some meditation, these things align, and they align within VM, TM, whatever you want to call it, because we are repeating a mantra that has a specific vibration, the same way Om has a vibration and is the first sound that created the universe. The mantra that you'll be given has a vibration, and it's typically very high vibrational. These mantras are not shared with everyone for a reason, because they do create a lot of change within you. Just one more slide on the science. This is transcendental meditation in the blue. You can see that there are deep levels of relaxation, and the numbers that come out for transcendental versus ordinary. And these are, we'll just enlarge that a bit, transcendental meditators versus other, what does it say? Other changes, and all of the diseases and the hospitalizations. You can see they're less, like heart would make sense because of where you're focusing, and the mantra that you're using is very heart opening. I will briefly go over benefits, but I think again, most of you are meditators and have done some work with Dr. Joe, so you'll understand the benefits. But enhancing work performance. So I find that when I'm doing Vedic meditation, I don't have to do 2 hours, 3 hours in a trot. I'm doing 20 minutes, and then in the evening, work, creativity, being able to manage the ups and downs of being a mum and a wife and daughter. My parents are getting older. My dad can get quite ratty. I can as well, but I feel that up and down isn't as vast. It's very stable. Sorry. Put an incense on to make the environment nice for me, and it's caught me right at the back of my throat, so excuse me. Improving relationships, creativity. So I've just finished a retreat where we went quite deep into this work, and I've come out with loads of creative ideas of the things I want to do going forward. So I know this really works very well for creativity. And then for me, all the work that I've ever done spiritually has been because I've wanted to connect to source. And of everything I've done, I find this work really takes you there, because you feel like you've touched that pure consciousness, that pure awareness of who you are, without all the mind activity and all the nonsense that goes on. And it's just by repeating one word, your word, 20 minutes twice a day. Right, I'm going to stop the sharing there and just open the group out to questions. I'm just going to read a few things. Studied under Swami Dayanand for many years. Lovely. Meditate as a daily practice to connect to self and source, but lately I'm really not connecting with guided meditations. I've been doing TM, but definitely feeling called to something different. The word gets chosen for each individual depending on where you are in your life, and that's selected by myself. And again, as I said, don't share it with anyone, it's yours. It's such a beautiful process that in this day and age, in order to increase your vibration, it's really, really hard, because you have to do something. You have to imagine yourself doing something. You have to visualize yourself doing something. You have to do a gratitude journal, or all the things that we choose. But there's no intent. You just repeat the mantra. Just repeat the mantra. So you don't need to have an intention, but you can do if you want to. If you feel like, for this session, I would like to have some awarenesses or some knowings. So my awarenesses and knowings and intuitions have increased as well because of this work. So yeah. Yeah, so I was saying the increasing your vibration is quite difficult, but when we do this work, your vibration generally over time period. Do you do it with music? No. It's so nice to not have music. It's so nice to not have visuals. It's so nice to just sit down. You can do this anywhere. You do not need to be in a quiet environment, because we've all been on that bus or on that train where you're in your own thoughts, right? You're thinking over what did I do today, or what am I going to cook? Or you can get yourself in a zone when you're in your own space. You can do this on the bus on your way home. It's really not an issue that you need to have a quiet space or music, etc. Does Vedic differ from Dr. Joe's guided meditation? Yes, because you're not guided, you are tuning into the vibration of, I like to call it the vibration of your soul, because this is a word that's given to you. And then so the next question is, does it change for the individual? It does. Once you've done it for a set amount of time, you will come to me or your teacher and say, you know what, I feel like I'm ready to go deeper because I'm so chill and I'm so relaxed. I'm kind of not bothered with what's going on in the world. I want to go deeper. So the first mantra takes you really, really deep. The second one will take you wide. So yes, it does change, but you will know that when you've done it for an amount of time. Yeah, so you're tuning into the vibration of your soul, I feel. And these are beautiful, beautiful sounds of the cosmos. I can't explain it in any other way except you will change. You'll look back and there's not like wow, I had an amazing experience in my meditation and I saw a blue being, or I did this, or I did that. But there are subtle changes that you can look back and say, oh, right, when I started this meditation, this is when everything changed for me, when anxiety stopped touching me the way it did. I know of some teachers have told me of clients who have come to them and they've done their meditation and they've not heard from them for 6 months, a year, and then all of a sudden they get an email to say, you know what, you've changed my life. I was on the brink of a divorce, or I was so suicidal, but I did this. I, didn't necessarily talk back to you or get back in touch with you, but I maintain this meditation twice a day and my life has changed. Or I didn't go to work, I'd stopped working, but within 2 weeks I felt, after 6 months of being off, in 2 weeks of meditation, they felt like they could go back to work. So I also feel, and this is a really, really big thing for me personally, is when you approach something with sacredness and with honor, the results are like 1,000 times higher, because this work is from 5,000, 6,000 years ago. This is not something that was just whipped up last week. It's been around for a very, very long time. It's been shared between teacher, student, teacher, student, teacher, student. It's not been something that was taken lightly. It's honored highly. So when you come and have your initiation, it's called an initiation, there's a small gratitude ritual, a little ceremony. It's called a puja, where I will, or the teacher will, go through like 3 to 4 minutes of just honoring the teachers who have come before us, invoking their blessings for the work that you're about to take upon. How do you choose the right mantra for the person? It's based on your age. Yeah, it's based on your age. So there's brackets of how it is. And they're very, very closely aligned with so this is my intuitive knowing, this very closely aligned with where we are in stages of our lives. The sounds are very aligned to where we are, depending on our age. Yeah, it's a very, very peaceful process. So yeah, question. You have your hand up, Dalbar?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, Mona. I have to tell you, usually I work. I am a yoga instructor, and I wouldn't be home to listen to that. And I'm glad. Is it going to be every day or once a week, your program, and also only at 12 p.m. our time?
Okay, so it's 4 sessions that can be
Mhm.
run over 4 days. They can be run
Mhm.
over 2 days. They can be
Mhm.
run over 1 day. If you really want to dive quite deep, they can be run over 1 day. And then we'll check because we do need to check that you're happy with how your mantra, how you're saying it. Sometimes you can forget it. We ask that you don't write it down, so it's for you to really honor the word and the energy around it. So yeah, 4 days, 2 days, 1 day, and then weekly we will have, yes, it was weekly, we will have a class like I did with Dr. Joe. I did every day. I did a meditation every morning. I will do one weekly, and then once we've got enough people, I might go to daily morning meditations with some Vedic like jewels and information for you in the morning. Not as long as the other meditations that we've done, but yeah.
May I say something?
Mhm.
Well, I'm for sure going to be home for 10 days, next 10 days. So if that can happen in this time, it would be perfect for me. It was meant to be there. So it's going to be a pleasure. If the 4 days or 5 days, just let us know. Let me know. I'd be
Okay.
delighted.
Are
Thank
you you're in the group? Yeah, you're in the Vedic meditation group.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. I will put dates in there. If those dates don't suit you, so this is another thing in terms of creativity and bringing to you what you need. I worked for the NHS and I contract, so every 3 months I have a contract renewed. I'm not the type of person who would leave my job, but doing this work, my job left me.
Oh,
So, but I don't feel anything. I feel so completely calm and so peaceful. Um, I shouldn't be. I should be a little bit worried, but I don't because I know has got my back. Um,
oh,
and that means that if the timings don't suit you, the timings don't suit you, I will find a time to sit down and do it with you.
oh,
It's not going to be a problem. Um,
oh. Okay. Thank you.
are there any more questions? Is there anything you want to know about anything really? Not that I know everything, but
Hi, Mona.
hi.
Um, I for many years studied under Swami Dayananda, and regularly we did scripture uh, studies, and of course he and his um, uh, there's a wonderful teacher. Actually, I studied when I was in England for a long, long time, and I got away from it a little bit, and now I'm really wanting to get back towards it. Uh I didn't get away from it to another spiritual tradition. Just I started practicing falconry and it took over my life, which is its own spiritual yogic practice. But yeah, I guess I just was curious if there was any plans to study some scriptures as well, or because I know he actually has, they have a lot of recorded his commentaries on, for example, Tatwa Bodha, which is
Yes,
probably the first scripture that's usually studied in the in Vedanta,
yeah.
basically.
So what I would love to do is do daily meditation. It's 20 minutes, right? So we have 40 minutes potentially where we can discuss Vedic concepts,
Mm.
including that one. There's so many scriptures that I've come across um, that I would love to dive deep with everyone. So definitely there is opportunity for us to go. And if you have any that you particularly want to look into, we can do that. What time
Okay.
are these meditations? So I'm in the UK, so it would probably be morning time, and I don't know, we can discuss that in the group, see what time suits everybody. But once you've trained and got your mantra, we can start thinking about meeting on a weekly basis to start with, and then daily. I have to tell you, I'm these bija mantras are absolutely phenomenal because they are literally the sounds of the universe. And Om is really, really powerful, but these ones are equally powerful. And they just take you somewhere. They really do. I would be amiss if I didn't tell you I've done so many things over the last 30 years. So many things I just can't start with what the things I've done. But this just gets you connected in a way that I've not felt anywhere else. It's an honor to hold this position and to be able to share this information with you. It was an honor to do. I'm going to get a bit emotional. I'm a bit of a crybaby, so guys, get used to that. Thanks, Nick. But it was an honor to do this with the 10 teachers I did it with, and yeah, absolutely beautiful. This work is beautiful. Going back to the ancient stuff, I know we like the newfangled science and all of that. My heart skips a beat when I hear about a teacher sitting in a cave or, sitting in the Himalayas and the experiences they had. And we can go there, starting with the bead mantras. Then we do the retreats are considered to be industrial standard cleaning for you and your traumas. And boy, did I experience an industrial standard cleaning out. Initially, it was 5 days deep in the meditation, in some yogic practices and some pranayam, so alternate nostril breathing. And I was high. Everyone was really, really good. And then our teachers sort of said to us, like, be careful because you might come down, you're dredging up stuff. And I dredged up stuff that I'd gotten rid of I thought I'd gotten rid of many, many years ago. But it's come up and I feel like a new level or a new onion been peeled, a new level of release. So
Can I ask what the group was that you initially studied with, or
this Vedic meditation.
well, the 5 day thing? Is it with an organization or a group
No,
or?
it was a teacher training that I did. So it
Okay, and
wasn't a group.
so it was a teacher training, and it was was it a specific practitioner teaching it, or?
It was Tom Cronin.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Can a person have more than one personal mantra? I got TM mantra many years ago. So if you got a TM mantra many years ago, if you can remember roughly when you got it, we can go back to that one. I can remind you of what it is, or we can look at if you did do that mantra for a while and you need to do an advanced one, we can look at that as well. It's if you can remember, just let me know and we can work it out for you. What if you already have a specific mantra assigned by a Swami? I'd like to go back to practicing that to the one that was given to you by the Swami. Then yeah, absolutely go for it, because honor whatever you were given. Treat it so sacredly and so as if it's so special to you, because what you put into it is what you'll get out of it. But that doesn't mean you can't do this as well. So you can do both, isn't it? There's nothing stopping you from honoring both. Do you ask the person any specific questions for the mantra or just the age? It's just the age. Yeah. Thank you for bringing this work to us. Yes. You know what? I'm going to pop. It's just so beautiful. This work is so lovely. What if we don't have a specific mantra? How would we go about finding one, or do we not need it? Oh, so this whole process is about I'm offering a service to give you your Vedic mantra over a 4-day course, 2 days or 1 day. and I will put the pricing in the group, but it's, let me just go. It's not massively. So the energy exchange is for 4, 2, or 1 day, £360. For children aged 10 to 18, 225. If you wanted to do it one-on-one or in person, so you come to my house, then it's 540. And I'll put that in the group so you can look and think about what you want to do. And then obviously there would be retreats that come at some point in the future. Are those with the same age given by the same winter? Are those with the same? Oh, yes, but please keep it to yourself. It's important. So yeah, you can guess, and that's fine, but just don't speak about it because you're just honoring the word. You're honoring the mantra.
Mona, out of curiosity, how are you still doing the Dispenza meditations, or have you kind of branched into focusing on this at the?
Yeah, so about in October last year, I felt like I'd been doing Dr. Joe meditations every morning, running a group. We did 2 hours each morning, Monday to Friday, 4 hours on a Saturday, healing on a Sunday. In October, I felt like I just needed to stop. So I did. And this came up literally straight away after that. I had known about the Vedic meditation for a couple of years beforehand, but I'd not, just the path wasn't clear for me. But all of a sudden it just opened, literally the next week it all opened out for me. So it's another thing to say that once you take a step in the right direction, like the universe does take 10 steps in your direction. I have 100% faith in that.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you, Holly. Are there any more questions? Are there anything anyone wants to share?
Yeah, I'll share for a second. I mean, I'm in a huge crossroads as far as just my spiritual practices. I did and attend some of the group Dispenza meditations. I've actually not done a Dispenza in-person workshop, but I did the online. But for many, many years, I was studying Vedanta and meditating and attending groups there in London when I was living there and going to India to the Gurukulam and then just different life things have happened. Falconry happened, which was pretty all-consuming and still is. And then I had something happen in my life where I then went towards Christianity in an interesting way, and have been, and I know a lot of Vedantic teachers do, of course, recognize Jesus, and but I've found it very, it's been an incredible journey, but the group that I sort of became part of are, very sort of fundamental. And it's really caused me a lot of conflict in my inner self because I don't believe Jesus would judge some of the things that, you know, I don't know. It's just I'm interested to I feel now I'm being led back in this direction,
To
and I feel
to
really.
to Vedanta?
Yes,
Yes.
yes. I
Okay.
never left. I never left. I've always still done my mantra, when I felt, and I never left, but I just um feel like I need that community again.
Okay, so one thing that I was born on Christmas Eve, so I have a strong belief that me and Jesus were like this at some point. Because I absolutely there are a few people I call into my meditations, Shiva, Jesus, and Buddha. Buddha only because I love the way he sits and his statues are just so appealing to me visually. But we've got a book club that we're reading The Second Coming of Christ by Paramahansa Yogananda.
I started reading The Yoga of Jesus by Paramount. I'm still reading that actually, yeah. And I
Okay.
have the Second Coming and the First Coming books. I just haven't started them yet.
Well, you're more than welcome to join us because Yogananda mixes and explains the Christianity and the Vedantic Hindu philosophy quite nicely. So that I think I don't know if Lima's still here and she wants to share, but we do. Okay, she doesn't look like she is, but
No, I'm still
oh, you
here.
are. Okay. So yeah, we do this. We read it every Monday. So if you wanted to join that, you're more than welcome to
Mhm.
join us. And it's a nice way of seeing the Christian view and the Hindu view. And born and bred in the UK, where Christianity is what we're grown up with in school, and then Hinduism at home. It's actually quite nice to see both.
Mhm. I
Yeah.
don't, I fully believe that they're synchronistic for sure. And there's also the book Jesus Lived in India that um, you know, so yeah, so that's exciting because um while I feel the presence of the Holy Spirit very much at, these meetings, I just feel like a bit of a hypocrite sometimes because I do believe in multiple lifetimes and I do believe in that's what I'm really have always been called towards. I think yeah. So I mean I just there's only, one God and we're all going towards the one.
Absolutely.
And I don't think someone is excluded from that. Um,
No, no.
you know, by some of the teachings that people have pushed forward as being from Jesus, but maybe were misinterpreted.
Mm, yeah.
Cool, awesome. Thank you so much. I would, yeah, if you maybe want to put something in the
I'll put
chat
something in the
about
group for the book
the
club.
book club. Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody's asking, do you use any beads when doing the bead mantra? No, you don't need to do that. It's just 20 minutes, eyes closed. Um, it's the easiest way to do a meditation. Some Christian pastors teach that sun salutations are sun worship and that yoga is the work of the devil. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. What can I say? I just keep my nose clean, do what I need to do. Okay, I'll put the book club there. I have the same conflicts as you, Holly. Janice is saying, okay, all right. And Delbar, would you like to? You got your hand
Yes,
up? Yeah.
yes, yes, yes. My question is it going to be at 8 o'clock UK again, or it's going to be changed the book club? Because I love to join it.
Yeah,
I love.
the book club is 8 o'clock UK time on a Monday.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But
Uh,
it's recorded, so
oh,
if
I
you
love to.
if you
Yeah.
can't make it, you can watch the recording, and all of the
Oh,
recordings are there from the book. This book is taking us a long time to do, so all of the recordings are there, so you can catch up
oh,
and join
that's
when you want to.
wonderful. That's wonderful. Because I read the Yogananda 20 years ago, and oh my God. And when I went to visit, because there is a place in Vietnam, I went 3, 4 times. Every time I went to that room, the, the calmness, the love I
Mm,
experience, it's unbelievable.
mm,
So I love again to hear, especially when Jesus, and you're going to end up together. It's going to be a miracle. Thank you, my dear.
No worries, no worries. Are there any more questions? We've still got 15 minutes. Happy to stay on if there are. Does this sound appealing? Does this sound a little bit different than something you've all done before?
Hi, Mona.
Hi.
Hi, Pop. I'm usually very quiet because I get a bit camera shy, but um, yeah, it's really interesting what you're sharing. And I think I remember about a while ago now when you were still doing the morning meditations, you were talking about going more into silence and stopping, listening to
Mm,
meditations. And at the time, I was like, oh, no, I love the Joe meditations. And I'm there. I'm
mm,
not there myself. And what I do often is if I'm at the end of the meditation, I will just linger in that space.
mm,
And I think, I mean, I don't know because I've not done the Vedic, but what I feel is that immense peace. And that is what I find really appealing about what you're sharing, because I think often with the Joe Dispenza I get a lot of physical movement in
mm.
my body all the time. So much so that if I do a meditation in the evening, sometimes I can't sleep.
Yeah.
And I was kind of curious about that in terms of what you're sharing. It feels very different. So yeah,
So sometimes you can not sleep because you've done the meditation in the evening, but you just adjust it. It's only 20 minutes, so you don't need to do it right straight quite late at night. You can do it a little bit earlier on, but you'll find your path, you'll find your beat. You might want to do one in the morning and one in the afternoon. But yeah, uh the piece is what I found. Like, I love Dr. Joe's music. I can't hear him sometimes when I'm listening to the music. People will say that meditation was so beautiful, and I'm just like grooving out to the music. So when you don't have that, when you only have you, one word and source, and this is how I approach it, which is why I find it's really powerful for me. You only have you, one word and source. That's it. And that's all there is anyway. There isn't everything around us. There is just you and how you relate to source. Because how you relate to source is how you relate to everything.
thank you, Mama. Yeah, that makes so much sense. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I still love Dr.
Yeah,
Joe. I'm
yeah,
also the music for me was what did it. It was the music. But I do feel now that I am in that space where I'm welcoming in something new.
yeah.
So I'm quite excited to step into
Oh,
this.
thank you.
Timing.
Thank you. It is so, it's
Mm.
devastatingly beautiful. If that's what, I can't put it in any other words, that you don't need, I don't feel like I'm searching or seeking anymore. And that, for someone who's been seeking since they were 18, is a big, big thing. You know, when you feel like, finally, God, man, you've shown up for me. I don't need to do anything else. I take this word, and even like it's not just that 20 minutes that you've meditated. It's even after it, you're feeling the vibrations of peace just percolate through you. Um,
I,
so
I love that. Thank you.
you're
Yeah.
welcome. Beautiful, Monhasa. Oh, thank you, Nick. So nice that you've joined us today. Thank you very much. Any other questions? Any concerns? And remember, Joe doesn't even meditate to his meditation. Thank you, Rana. I look forward to the details in the chat. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Carmen. Thank you. That's my sister. Okay, everyone, if there are no further questions, thank you so much for taking some time out of a Tuesday night. I will put the details in the group, and I'm not working now, so I can fit things around most people's diary. So don't worry about that. Just DM me if you want to. Thank you, Atul. Thank you, Yvonne. Thank you, everybody. Have an amazing rest of your week, and I shall see you all soon, I'm very sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.